Hello, my name is Sean Renaud, and this is my research video with Mark Jackson here, owner of Oxygenate America up in Heber Springs, Arkansas. I had a fantastic ride. I did 5 sessions over the course of about 5 weeks, and the last 3 I did were day after day. So here's my notes about my time in the chamber. The first session, I noticed that I could have such clear thinking while I had the 100% oxygen, but with the oxygen breaks, my brain seemed to get a little bit foggy. The oxygen breaks are there to remove any possibility of oxygen toxicity. The next session, I noticed that I was able to be much more still and less anxious as I did the time in the chamber. Here, one of the escaped wolves found its way into the clinic just off the street. Funny enough how this works out, but if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. The next week, I noticed how the previous couple times I was anxious in the chamber, but how that was finally starting to go away. Also, I noticed that the ability to remember previous topics that I had studied was quite interesting. Then, as I moved forward through the experience, I noticed that my phone was really weird, and I kept wanting to look at it because it was kind of a weird kind of visual experience while I was in the chamber. Maybe that's because the oxygenation was just so high. Also, I noticed that as I was able to breathe and slow down my heart rate, that I was able to kind of slow my anxiety down. Overall, towards the end of the sessions, my anxiety was a lot better. I think I was a little bit anxious from being inside the chamber. However, the glass roof, as you can see right here, was something that allowed me to feel less anxious about being kind of locked inside. Also, there was an escape valve that allowed me to push if I needed to get out immediately. Overall, my kind of general sense of ease and calm lasted for a good day after I got out. However, there was a little bit of discomfort in my ears that would last a good couple days. Of course, that's from the pressure changes. My anxiety level also changed after about an hour after getting out. I went from being really calm to much more back to my normal level of anxiety, which you probably hear in my voice right now, which is pretty a quick speech rate and just kind of more energetic. Also, I thought it was quite amazing that while I was in that hyper-oxygenated state, that anything that I would think about from past ideas to past research that I had done was just really easily accessed in that state of mind when I was just hyper-oxygenated. Also, I noticed one day that I had a very gassy stomach right when I went down into the dive, and that's what it's called. It's called a dive when you're going through the process of descending and going under pressure. Let's see here. The session 3 was the session where I became more relaxed and actually totally was able to just chill out, and I think fell asleep for a little bit. Woke up so much more rested, and that was also the time that I felt super comfortable with just operating the machine from the inside. Let's see, at the very end, I didn't really notice any accumulation of the effects. I think overall the anxiety that I normally experience in my life was reduced, but again, that's just kind of my own report to you. However, I did notice that my sleep was much better the nights that I had went and jumped in the chamber, and when we did family game night the Saturday that I went to the chamber, I was just much more able to bounce back from any kind of stress that we had experienced in our family. So anyhow, guys, this is my overall journaling experience from the 5 sessions I did with Oxygenate America and Mark Jackson, and I would highly recommend you talking to your doctor and finding out if this is something that's good for you. For me, I noticed that it was extremely effective at reducing my anxiety, improving my sleep, and I know that there are physiological responses of healing. I just wasn't able to measure those scientifically. So besides the fact that I know my memory was a lot better, I mean, that was very observable. I know my thinking was a lot more clear. Again, that's all, my own report, but I really wish that I could see what my brain was doing, maybe like under a scanning apparatus of some sort while I was in the chamber and afterwards, because I know my thinking was more clear. So anyhow, again, I would highly recommend, and even talk to Mark if you'd like to. You can reach him online at his website, Oxygenate America. Enjoyed talking to you guys, and I hope all is well with you. Keep seeking wellness. Love you guys. Bye.